Hey folks, Paul Abernathy here. Welcome to another episode here at Electrical Code Academy. Today I want to talk a little bit about the importance of adding thermography to your electrical contracting business, or if you're an electrician. Things are rapidly changing in this industry, and whether you know it or not, NFPA 70B is no longer voluntary or optional. It is a mandatory standard for preventative maintenance, and it's going to be incorporated into a lot of programs, whether you work at something like a data center or even at a commercial facility. But also, it's integral in use in everyday applications as an electrician, whether you're doing residential, commercial, or industrial. Now, NFPA 70B, driven more towards commercial preventative maintenance type of programs, um, it is a way to kind of be proactive in making sure that we don't get to a situation where things melt down or you have an escalating problem that could have been prevented in the short term by doing a program that allows you to do preventative maintenance. And of course, as a certified thermal electrician in our program, we talk about that, and we're always updating our program, adding recommended maintenance schedules, how to do preventative maintenance as far as looking at the thermal signatures and understand where things are trending. We do peer-to-peer review type of analysis. All those type of things are covered in our program. And in fact, our thermal imaging program has been updated to version 2.0, a little more graphic, has some more icons, attention grabbing type of things. We've added 15 new videos, and we're also adding new videos all the time to try to make it the best program in the world when it comes to electrician thermography. Okay, we're not into doing building envelopes. We're not into doing all those things, insulation, water migration, cold spots. I'm an electrician and I create programs for electricians. That's what this course is about. So, who is this for? It is for any electrician out there that wants to establish the profile of being a thermal electrician and understanding the use of thermal imaging cameras. For example, this right here is the MyLC TR20 Pro. This is the workhorse. This is the one that we recommend for your everyday use. It is a great thermal imaging camera. The hertz alone allow for movement, will not cause it to hesitate and lag. And then, of course, we have this TR384C, which is what we recommend for more stationary. It still has a 25 hertz rate, but at the end of the day, it has a light, it has a distance, and there's specific applications that we would use this for. And we have plenty of videos that are going to come out based on that. They all have the ability to be on a tripod for long-term monitoring. And what's unique about this one, it has Wi-Fi capabilities so that you can put it up, energize, and then stay out of the hazardous or classified or an area that may pose a risk in maybe an arc blast zone or arc flash zone, or maybe you're doing something and you're setting it up, and whatever the situation, you can view this remotely from your camera. And so really some great features in this as well for certain applications. They both work fine through sight glass. If you can minimize the risk and reduce the need for certain PPE, if there's a sight glass. A lot of the equipment today, switch gears, you can order it with the sight glass or the ability to use a thermal imaging camera in it without having to remove the cover. But again, at the end of the day, safety is always paramount, but these products allow you to get a good reading on, and they are really premium products, that type of thing. Okay, so real quick, let's go look at our website. So when you get on thermalelectrician.com, you'll end up clicking the link that wants to give you more information. Okay, in fact, I'll go on and show you that now. Let me go on and put that in here so that you can kind of get an idea what we're talking about. So here's your website. This is what it looks like on a desktop. Again, it's going to be more condensed if it's on a mobile device. You have the home button, resources, calculators, tons of calculators, and all this kind of stuff. But if you scroll down and you get right here and you want to get started, you'll click this. And what that's going to do is that's going to take you to right here. Okay, and I will go and click it here to show you kind of where we're at. So here's where you can add it to the cart, and it's $6.99, and it's a very extensive program. In fact, if you want to kind of look at the curriculum, here we've done a great job of giving you summaries, and you can go down here and you can see there's a summary of every module. I kind of give you an idea of the level of detail that each module goes into. But what you do is, like always, once you get the course, then you're going to come and you're going to log into the program just like you would any of our other courses that are over on fasttracksystem.com. So I'm going to want to log in and go on and get in and kind of give you an idea of what you can see in the course. All right, so you'll just click continue. That'll get you further into the program here. And when you get into it, you'll see navigation here. You'll see the lessons here on the left. If you want to just see this in the middle, you just click on this right there and it'll collapse it. And as you can see, we just add a little more color to it, a little more flavor. All the information is still the same. It's just been enhanced a little bit. And if you want to go to the next lesson, and you click on that, but you'll see it goes all the way through 17 lessons. Then there's some field assignments that are required. I'm going to click on the field assignment so you can kind of get a look here. So here's the first field assignment. And when you click on that, it's going to open here. And then I recommend you just shut this down. And this is a field assignment. It's going to ask you to do certain things. Okay. And you're going to write an essay on it. And the student must explain the following. And then you submit your information and we will review it and give you feedback on that. But that's how you do the evaluations. And then you'll get down and you'll have the final exam after you've submitted your evaluations. So that's the hands-on part, and you're going to follow our instructions. And we give you some options. You don't have to do all 6 of them, but you have to do a minimum number of these. You can choose those as you wish. So we're down here, and then of course there's the final exam that you have to take, right? And this is an example of a final exam, right? Why is emissivity commonly set around 0.95 for black tape? Well, it's because it reduces the thermal camera resolution, increases current load. Black tape has high emissivity and provides accurate readings. Absolutely. And it makes shiny metal reflective. Now, shiny metal is already reflective. So again, you'll answer it and you go through the program and finish this here. I think it's 100 questions in the final. Right? And you can go through that. You can see they're all going to be here. But up till that, you're going to go through these different modules. I'll give you an example here of a module. Let's see, understanding severity. And again, this is what we get into really detailed. And we've added a color scheme to make this easier for people to understand. As we've given it a color scale, we give you the tables that are associated with it. We give you some examples of how it works. We give you best practices in explaining certain things and how you have to do it. And again, kind of the teaching analogy we give you at the end. So that's the kind of the thing we look for in it. Now, thermal imaging is not brain surgery, although there are certain principles that we have to adhere to. We don't want to cry wolf. We want to make sure that we're addressing certain things, and you'd be surprised how easy it is to incorporate a thermal imaging program in your preventative maintenance program or add it to your existing business service that you already have. The key is understanding temperatures peer-to-peer, understanding ambient temperature versus what temperature you're reading off of a lug or a conductor or a piece of equipment, and how to translate that. And I think it's really easy for somebody to get a thermal imaging camera like this and just get some numbers, some pretty palettes, some colors, and they don't truly understand how it works. And of course, at the end of the day, they end up crying wolf, and then you raise the possibility of liability because they may shut down a facility because of your misinformation. So everybody today, since NFPA 70B is now required, I think that most all businesses need electricians that understand thermography. And we think that it's the right time for you to get into a certification program like ours and learn about electrical thermography. There's no better course on the market than ours at thermalelectrician.com. Check it out.